Hello friends and welcome. You are watching episode number 8 of our SimAirport Let's Play. My name is Sean and I'm glad that you're here with me tonight as I play some video games. When we left off it was day number 7. We were going at too slow of a speed. And we are trying to make some good money, right? Have we still got 10 flights going on this game? I believe we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go, 10 flights. Cool. All right. So what we're going to do today is, first off, we're going to hope that the game continues running smoothly. There have been, I believe, 2 more updates since the last episode. Every update, of course, it fixes a bunch of stuff, which is fantastic, but it also kind of introduces the possibility that things are going to get screwed up. So we definitely want to keep this game running, and that's the #1 goal. But every update is just going to make it harder and harder to do that. Now, in my offline game, I definitely tried to set up a cafe again, and cafes are still broken. I don't know if that's because we didn't start a new save, but that was supposed to be one of the things that was fixed in the new update. So I don't think we're going to be able to run any cafes during this save. But one thing that did work was I was able to increase our number of flights considerably, and I even set up an extra large gate over here, but I wasn't able to get it started before I ran out of time playing earlier. So that's going to be our goal for this episode and the next episode, is to, first off, we're going to build our air traffic control tower, which we just got enough money to do. Do we have, yeah, and I think I need to set up a second runway PAPI as well. So we're going to set that up right there. And then we are going to, now do we have the, alright, so we have 2 baggage cars going in this thing, which is good. That's not really relevant at this moment, but it might be relevant later on. Alright, and so we're going to do ATC, and that takes $30,000, so we need to let this clock run a little bit. We'll get another 10 grand here as soon as this next plane lands. Here it is, here it comes, there's our money. Alright, air traffic control tower. That'll let us run a lot more flights. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start rescheduling our schedule right now. And it's really tricky trying to, this thing like expands from the middle out, so it's like the Pied Piper chart, because it goes middle out. I hope some Silicon Valley fans out there. Anyways, it's weird the way the window expands. But we can get the whole thing on here, especially because we only need to go from 3 a.m. to 11 p.m. So we're going to reschedule all of these to basically be a half hour, I mean 1 hour apart. Yeah, that's right. No, that's not right. That's what you do when you have 3 gates. We want them to be an hour and a half apart. So they will overlap by a half hour each. There we go. 1 more. And is this a morning flight? That's an afternoon flight. Nope, that's an evening flight. So those are all evening flights? Alright. We'll push these that way. Alright, so that means I'll be able to get in another evening flight, which might be a little crowded. And I'll be able to get in another afternoon flight, which will not be crowded at all. And I'll be able to get in another morning flight, which will have plenty of room. So I can get in 3 more flights as soon as this gets built. And then we'll have to get another gate going before we can really bump up our flights. Like in theory, I could run flights every 2 hours. Or I could overlap the flights. Yeah, that's a flight every 2 hours. Or no, a flight every hour. But with only 2 gates and 2 hours per flight, that means like all the flights that have to leave on time. I don't know what happens if they start to jam up. We also need to upgrade our security pull-through. We'll need to put in another ticketing desk in order to make all that stuff work. Probably ought to put in more food, vending and stuff. But we're going to have, we've got all day worth of income to worry about that. All right, so let's look at the 3 things that we can do here. There's a night flight on a 767. Let's take it. We have a morning flight on a 767. Beautiful. So now we just need an afternoon flight. Nothing there. Those are full already. Afternoon 737. Well, let's see if we have a better one. Uh, 195. No, thank you. That 737 is still our best bet. Nope. Afternoon 195 or 737. And morning 737. All right, so we'll take that. Afternoon 737. Great. Okay, let's look at our schedule again. And did it put all 3 down here at the bottom? It doesn't look like it did. So there's 1, that's number 2, that's number 3, number 4, so this would be number 5 right there. So we almost could fit another one in the middle here. This is the... Oh, so these can go all the way up to 7? Well, that doesn't seem right. Alright, so these 2 night ones are overlapping, and we definitely don't want that. So we want this one right there. You need to move up a little. That's all going to be fine, I think. A little tight getting these ones out and these ones out around each other, but I think we'll be fine there. So if we move this up like that, okay, great. Yeah, I mean, we could try to squeeze another one in here, another morning flight. I guess if we shifted all of these a little bit over, like that. You know what? I think we can do it. Let's squeeze in one more morning flight. I felt like there was a morning 737. Beautiful. Take it. Is that it right here? It is indeed. Alright, great. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of flights tomorrow. Let's be prepared for that. We need a ticketing desk. Put that right there. We need a ID check stand. We're going to put in 2 of those. There and there. Gonna have to turn that one around. We need baggage check or bag scanner. We need metal detectors. And this should be enough of each of these. It was working pretty well in my other game. I have more room down here for chairs and stuff, and a little more room in the lobby in my other game. So, like, this one isn't quite as spacious. But I still think we're going to be alright. Oh, and this dumpster thing is so beautiful. It works so well. As a matter of fact, I don't even really need to have this all the way down here. We could move it up to there. Another thing, too, is they've set a little... you know what? I'm going to leave it there. It doesn't hurt to have it there. They've set a little tag on the vehicles to where you can just tell them to leave. It's like, leave immediately, or something like that, which is kind of funny. So that's handy if vehicles are blocking up all your traffic. We're going to and we want to go to dumpster. Right, there we go. Dumpster, I say. There, 1, 2, 3. You can hear them over there installing the security stuff. Did they correct the standing thingy? Wow. I don't know why it's not quite getting up to 90. Wow, I didn't even... Oh, wait, we only have 1 gate agent. That's probably why. We need to hire 2 more staff. Okay, maybe they did correct that. Oh no, they didn't. You can see it's doubled up because otherwise we'd have 180 people. If you combined the number of people standing and the number of people that were boarding, it added up to too many. So yeah, you can see it over here. That's okay, that's not a problem. Doesn't seem to cause us any difficulties. Oh, we're gonna make so much money tomorrow. Really excited about that. So we shouldn't have any problems with queuing, people getting too crowded. The only potential problems are over here. Did we research? Okay, so do we need to hire the COO? We do. Get him in here. Now we need to research road building. That's expensive and it's going to take a while. Road building is really handy too, because I will be able to build a little side road here for the garbage, and then we can move the garbage all up to here, and that'll be great. Garbage truck won't block the roadway. Not that it's as necessary, but then we'll be able to get the bigger buses and all that stuff in too, which, again, none of that stuff really seems to make much of a difference, but it does allow you to meet the qualifications of the final airline. So seems like we're getting a lot of planes in and out already, even though it's not the next day. Maybe they changed their times because I moved them on the schedule. It doesn't seem like they should. I thought all that stuff didn't change until, you know, midnight. Who knows? Everything's running real smooth though. Whoa, yeah, let's get him right on top of that stuff, huh? So I think I'm gonna, well, I should probably expand that down there first. But you know what? I can still do this too. Wow, it's really expensive. There we go. Then we can move these benches around a little bit, throw in some more snacks, because we're gonna have a lot of traffic coming through tomorrow. People definitely like their snacks. What is this, ATM? I really shouldn't have this over here. I wonder if even the flight info display is a potential hazard being over there. The hazard being that it would draw people from the secure area out into the lobby, which we saw. Not that that's really a hazard. I mean, I guess it could potentially cause someone to miss their flight. But it was, I'd say, an inconvenience, a little glitch that caused people to come out of the secure area and then just walk right back into the secure area without going through security a second time. Another full flight. Oh, and it's midnight, so it is the next day. Cool. Gonna have that stuff. Oh, and I keep forgetting. Look at carpeting is so much cheaper, and like it provides the exact same benefit. So like, why wouldn't you just use carpeting for everything? So I keep putting down floor tile 1. I mean, it doesn't look as nice, so that's one reason. But you know, let's be honest. Cost savings is extremely important in this game, so I'm going to stick with whatever is cheapest. Another thing that's a good idea to do is to move the delivery section, especially if you're going to try to do something that takes up, like, covers a lot of space. When I expanded out my offline airport and I built up this area over here, I carpeted like this huge area all at once. And it really screwed my traffic up, just having the trucks come in and deliver all that carpet. All of our incoming passengers moving smoothly. That's right. We were going to rearrange a lot of this stuff, weren't we? And we were going to put in some additional food vending. And I think I'm going to put not enough money. Oh my gosh. That won't last for very long. I know there's another plane going to land here any minute. Where's that 4 a.m. plane? There he is. Alright, we'll put those in, and then we'll do electronics vending. Throw in a couple of those, or one of those anyways. And then ATM. Put in an ATM or two. And then some decorative bushes. And then where do those benches? Place those ones that we tore out earlier. Yeah. So these guys should all be facing the other way around. I guess we can try to fix that later. But let's see how this new crowded flight schedule is going to work out. We didn't lose any flights or anything, did we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We've got 14 flights. Nothing is doubled up or anything, right? Alright, I'd say everything looks good. So I guess what we need to worry about is like the next flight coming in while this guy's still sitting at the gate. But he's not. Now, how did that guy miss his flight? Or did he? I don't understand. It looked like that last plane left full. So we really shouldn't have any problems with anybody missing their flights. Whoa, why are they taking bags over there manually? Does that fuel truck ever do anything? Maybe I need another hangar. I never seem to see that fuel truck come out and do anything. I guess it would be no problem to just build another hangar. Oh shit! I know why they. I know why that little baggage cart came over. Oh, look at that! I didn't know you could watch the baggage if you came into that view. That's cool. Oh, that was a mistake, not setting up the baggage lane properly. But we fixed it. And it doesn't seem to have caused any delays. Flights are getting in and out. Look at all that money. Making so much money now. I love it. Is there anything that we haven't done that we could be doing? Aside from, you know what I mean, like we're going to work to get that next gate going. That's just going to take time and, well, time really. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to build this section there. And then we'll go up to here. And then the big gate is 30 tiles wide, so we'll need to have... It's going to cost about $500,000 to build this gate expansion. I mean, I guess we could just like let the cash build up rather than building as we go. But on the other hand, it's fun to build as you go. And also, gotta have something going on, right? Like, I can't just sit here and talk while nothing happens while we build up cash for 5 days or however long it would take to get that much money. All right, that one's full. Good. Well, we don't seem to have any problem getting these planes in and out at the kind of tight schedule that we have. Like, there's nobody piling up at the in the security or anything. Wonder if we could squeeze them in even faster than that. I still feel like we need to have a gap. We've got a pretty narrow gap between each flight. Could we fit another one? I feel like we could fit another afternoon flight in. So we have a half-hour gap there. There's a half-hour gap. It's a half-hour gap. That would be a... Oh, you need to stay where you are. And you... Yeah, you know, I still don't think we could quite do it because those gaps... So there's an hour and a half gap in the middle there, but that's not really... I guess an afternoon flight would be the one that would fit in there correctly. I'll wait till we get a third gate. I don't want to press my luck. Oh, I need to attach you to a queue. I keep forgetting to do these things. So that means I forgot to do that down here too. People have probably been clustering up at these ID check stands for some time. Alright, all the rest of them look like they're connected up properly. Not that anybody's queuing up for security. Those guys checking their flights. I don't really know what that means. Like, hopefully that gives them some sort of bonus, being able to check their flight. Must have just had garbage come through, so that's a good sign. Oh, here's one of our potentially large planes. But it's not going to fill up extremely. So that guy missed a flight somehow. Not sure why. I think we need another janitor. We're getting a lot of urine on the floor. Let's throw 2 more down. Airport's getting busy. Let's try to keep it clean. Boarding process seems to be going pretty smooth over here. We've accumulated a little more cash. That's nice. Run this up. I don't quite want to connect it up like that though. Run this up to here. Okay, let's do it. I don't want to open this up until we have, you know what I mean, like everything's set up over here. So it's gonna take a while to open that up. But we are coming up on the end of the day, so I always like to end the episode when we don't have anybody queuing up waiting for a flight. I think what I'll do is between episodes I will play for a little bit and basically just build up enough money to get this area set up so we can get our third gate going during the next episode. That way we don't have to wait an entire episode of basically just sitting there making money the whole time. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this episode. Oh, look at that. How do we... the planes just keep on coming in. I guess I'm speaking too soon with my little outro here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode. As always, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate everybody who watches these videos. I mean that sincerely, too. It's not just something I say. I can't really explain how happy it makes me that people enjoy watching me sit here and play games. It's really nice, and thank you so much for it. I appreciate it, and I hope you'll continue to do so, and you'll have the opportunity to do so here pretty soon, because I'm actually going to do 2 episodes today, so you won't have to wait very long if you're watching this immediately when it comes out, like the 5 people that do that or whatever. The next episode will be up in a couple of hours, and everybody else, the next episode's up already. And for most of you, there's probably a whole bunch of episodes up already. But anyways, if it's Saturday morning, you won't have to wait very long. And there we go. Let's get that plane out the gate. And we're going to call it good. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.